Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Stitcher. My name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram as Megan_Babauta_ on Ravelry as Mama Made VM, and you can email me at theseattlestitcher@gmail.com. As I say, you are all very, very welcome here. So I'm going to hop right in with another FFO. So this is 3 episodes in a row that I've managed to crank out an FFO. Which is very surprising for me, okay? But I've really been on a smalls kick and really have been enjoying them. I kind of let go of like the limited starts and realized, it's okay to start things. God willing, I have plenty of time left on this planet and I can start things and hopefully finish them in the next 10 years or so. And I'm not in a big rush. So my FFO this week is Molly Williams Homestead. And I have made quite a bit of alterations to the pattern. I'm stitching this on, I dyed this fabric myself. So this is a 16 count Aida that was just pure white. And I over dyed it with navy Rit dye. And all of the flosses are substitutes that I pulled myself, except for one of the blues. The lighter teal blue is the called for. And everything else is not. I just use like a random over dyed selection. I know I showed it in my last Flosstube, but I already put away the flosses, so I'm not quite sure. I know the brighter red is Cherry Cobbler. Walnut is what I used for the doors. That's a Gentle Arts. A Weeks Dye Works is the darker red called Bricks, I want to say. And the rest was DMC. So like this brown, the black 310, this darker blue, those were all DMCs. So yeah, really, really love this. I love the way it turned out. There is 2 beehives and a bunch of bees and some wildflowers on the bottom that I went ahead and got rid of. The reason I did that was I wanted it to either fit in a 4x4 frame or turn into a little pillow. So after I got to this bit, I realized like, okay, I'm pretty tight already. I don't have enough to fit in the bottom. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just make it into a pillow and it can be a little bit bigger. That's totally fine. I went ahead and started stitching with the golden color. That was the only called for that I had for the beehives, but it really didn't work on my fabric color, oddly enough. It just looked a little bit more brown than gold. I didn't feel like pulling a new gold out though. So I was like, you know what? Actually, I like it the way it is. There's plenty happening. All the stripes and the pattern. I really, really like it. 2/1 is, I'm not sure if I mentioned that is what I stitched it, but I love it. It is so cute. I just love it. And I just use polyfill as a filling, and then I have a stash fabric that I used for the back, which I felt like worked. I know that the bees aren't on the front, but it's a nice little summery pattern with the pretty little summer flowers, and I just hand sewed up on the bottom right here. But yeah, I love it. I think it's super cute. And it's a fun little finish. I'm honestly not really sure how I'm going to store these things. Well, not store them, but display them. I am not a big pillow stitcher. I don't do much of this kind of style of stitching where it's like a little pillow. I like little frames instead, but I just kind of popped it up on my bookshelf. I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys do with these? Because I don't have a display of like patriotic stuff. I might find other patriotic patterns. I think I mentioned it. Did I? This is a pinker and pumpkin pattern. So it's a freebie. It's free. I'll link the blog post below so you guys can go check that out. But yeah, I love it. It's super cute. I think it looks so good. And I like all my changes. So I'm happy with that. I just had it like propped up here on my bookshelf. I really do enjoy that though. And so anyway, since I finished that one, I could start my next small because I pretty much start a small, finish a small, start a small, finish a small. It's my little rotation. And I talked about this in my last Flosstube at the end and like towards plans, I guess, but this is the Calico Confectionery Strawberry Hill Farm. This one, I think in my last, I think I showed you guys what I plan to do to change all the colors. So I do actually really like the called for. I think it's super cute. I like how the house is red and green. It looks very much like very strawberry themed. Love that. But I kind of wanted to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, me, I guess. And so I did go ahead and go with all the changes that I decided on. So I'll pop a picture on the screen of the pattern so you guys can really see my differences. And let me grab the flosses. Okay, I'm stitching this on 20 count brown sugar Aida 1/1. and I am using all of my random assortment of threads. So it is a bit of a mix. There is one that is a limited edition that you guys can't get anymore. So unfortunately, this is the only one that you're not going to be able to get your hands on. It's just a Gentle Arts, and it literally just says limited edition on it. I don't think it has a name, but it's a very nice variegated warm brown, like a cherry brown. And here is my progress. So I got a decent amount done on this. I really love it. I think it looks so cute. Love the reds, or red, I should say, because I'm only using one shade of red, but I love the greens. I love the rooftop, that limited edition color, the walnut for the pathway, the blackbirds and the 310, how they just really stand out and pop out. I love everything about it. So this, I'm hoping, will be a finish by the next time I film. I'm not sure what the size is going to be overall, so we'll see. And I'll decide if I'm gonna frame it, or I do want to frame it. I think it looks so cute in like a white or a blue frame. Yeah, I love this. It's so cute. But if you want a written out list of my conversion, just comment down below and I'll let you know what I went with. Super happy with that. I think it looks so good. Yeah, I love it. I almost wish it was bigger. I wish it was like a 28 count so I could enjoy it more. But I am enjoying like all these little tiny smalls. Pretty much a small for me is like anything 110 and smaller. You know, like 110 by 110 or 150 by 150. Like those projects are really small, and I'm tending to be able to get them finished between episodes. I do have another Strawberry Moon Sal project because this was my first Strawberry Moon piece, and then my Strawberry Fields Forever was my second one. And I did start this one just to get like a good footing for the middle of the project. For some reason I've been starting things in the middle, which is weird for me. I usually don't. But with this one, I barely got any starts to it. 20 count brown sugar Ada again. So the piece is really tiny on 20 count, by the way. This is as big as it is. It's very small. But that's all I put in. Those are the chimneys. That's the start of the rooftop. I think because I just had finished, like I went from that small and moved on into stitching this one, because I was like, okay, let me put this away before I completely finish it. Because I got so far on it. And then I, by that point, was like tired of stitching on the same fabric, same premise, you know, a little house with the same kind of like colorways. So I went ahead and just put this one away, but it's a good little start. I mean, not in the sense of, oh, I got a lot of stitches, but it's in a good place, center start. I can pull it out and work on it when I feel like it. Maybe when I'm done with this one, who knows? But yeah, I'm just like most enthusiastic about this one right now. So I'm gonna get her finished, and maybe this will be my only Strawberry Moon Sal project, but I am really loving it. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, Strawberry Moon Sal is a sal that's hosted by Marjorie Made, and it's pretty much any project that has a strawberry in it, or like it has a strawberry in the name, that sort of thing. And it's been super fun. Definitely check out the hashtag on Instagram. From there, my next start, I have been starting a lot of things, okay, I know, but my next start essentially is because I have a video idea that's gonna require me to start some different kits from different brands. And so the next brand that I had purchased and wanted to try, so this is technically an acquisition as well, is Magic Needle. So here is Magic Needle's Singing Robins. I think this is so beautiful. From the little bumblebees to this beautiful monarch butterfly, the shading in these flowers down here and the daisies, and oh, gorgeous. And the little robins themselves. They have several different shades of backstitching in the robins, backstitching on the bumblebees, French knots in the flowers. So definitely some detail that I wasn't expecting, first of all. But secondly, I'm also just surprised because it's on a 14 count. But I am absolutely loving it. The fabric is a very soft blue. I'm very much so enjoying the Zweigart Adas. I think they're fabulous. They soften up very quickly, even the 14 count, and it's very easy to stitch on. Would I have preferred to have swapped out this fabric? Yes, but I'm trying to use the kits exactly as they come, not change anything about them, and not buy anything extra, because I feel like that's the easiest way to get your I don't know, I guess not the easiest way, but the best way to get like a true understanding of if I like this brand and if I would recommend it kind of thing. But here's my start. So again, I needed to get a substantial chunk done because I am trying to like put together my full thoughts of all these different brands of kits. And like I said, I do plan to talk about that in a video, like a separate video in the future, but so far I'm really loving these magic needle kits. This is beautiful. The shading is fabulous. I did get some of the back stitching done on this bumblebee. Very easy. Really enjoying that, but from far away, it's beautiful. Up close, it's a little bit pixelated, you know? And I think when we're stitching, we're so up close that we're like, this doesn't look good, you know? But realistically, you know, this is gonna be hung on a wall. So you're not gonna be like right here up next to it. You're gonna see it from a bit of a distance. And I think this is just beautiful. I think the flowers are just stunning. I can't get over the bumblebees too. All the shading in these bumblebees, look at how realistic. That is amazing. I'm just blown away. On a 14 count, this kind of like, wow, it looks so pretty. So yeah, I feel like it was a good amount of colors. There's several blends, so you wouldn't be able to switch this, like say you buy the kit, 14 count. Oh, I'm gonna switch it to a 40 count. I don't know if you can necessarily do that. Reason being there are some blends in here. So I guess with magic needle, maybe not all of the patterns, but be expecting, you know, those little, like the French knots, the back stitching, the blended colors. I do like how the flosses come. So I'm enjoying that because they're the perfect length to be stitching the 2/1. So it's just floss cards, super simple. They're a little bit of a thicker cardboard material. So of course don't get them wet, you know, don't pull too hard on them, but it works just fine. I can stick my needle in and pull the thread out. They're already slip knot onto the card. Love that. The amount of brands that they just put the floss through the hole and then they send it off, you know, like it's not slip knot onto the actual card itself. So yeah, really appreciate that. I feel like I got a good amount of colors because there's 36 colors here and that's not including the blends. And I want to say there's 3 or 4 blends. So that would mean that you had 40 in total, 39 or 40 flosses. So yeah, isn't that really pretty too? All these colors. I think they're just beautiful. So yeah, what I've been doing is just kind of shaking them out, laying them on top of each other, and then I wrap them around and I put them in the bag like that. That's what I do. Is it the best? Probably not. But like I said, I am trying to truly give the kit itself its time to shine, buying no extra product, no extra needles, no extra nothing. So far, really recommend. I think that she's beautiful. She's stunning. From there, I'm actually moving on into whips. So the last whip I pulled out, which was just the other day, is Crown and Thistle Quaker Seasons of Friendship. And this is my Flosstube, like kind of like a memories piece for Flosstube particularly. So a while ago on Instagram, when I first started the piece, I put on my Instagram stories, like if you were born in winter, to leave me your initials and that I would put them in on the piece. And so I have been doing that. I'm gonna do that with every single season. The only way I keep track of it though, I'm just gonna say, because I'm worried that there'll be people that continue to leave comments with their initials every time I show this piece, but I can't go back to every single one of my floss tubes to find people's comments just because there's too many. So I have the very first episode that I showed this and I asked for people's initials, and then I have an Instagram where I had posted to my story like months ago. I'll post again on the day that I post this video. I will post again a thing in my Instagram story where you can go in and enter your initials. The reason why is that Instagram actually allows you to look at your back archived messages. Like, so I can go and look at my old stories and it's in your archive and I can go and see everybody's responses. And that is the way that I keep it organized. Because unfortunately, if you have left a comment on a random video or like my whip parade where I showed this piece and you left your initials, I genuinely wouldn't be able to track that. I don't keep a list myself at home. I just do it digitally through Instagram and that one video on Flosstube. So I will, again, I will post to my story the day this is posted, and I will have Instagram linked down below. So if you wanted to give me your initials, please go and enter your initials into the post on my Instagram. It'll be in my stories. So it'll be an actual little icon up in the corner of the story where you can type a response, and it saves the response for me, like Instagram does the work for me kind of thing. I just want to say that because I keep getting comments or people messaging me their initials. I get about 30 to 40 messages a day on Instagram, and there's no way I can remember who sent me their initials. I'm so sorry, but if you are one of the people who has done that, there's no way I can keep track of it. So that is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to relist it on my Instagram so that people can enter their initials again. And again, this is just for the winter month because I am still in the winter month. So if your birthday is in a different season, I will ask for those when I get to the season, I promise, because I do want everyone's initials on this, if you're willing, like if you want to give me your initials. So I'm just in the winter quadrant, which is what I was saying, and I'm stitching this on 40 count antique white Zweigart, just super basic, because I'm using Dracula by Color and Cotton, which is a very variegated red. And the initials that I have added is right here, Casey, which is Carrie from Tiger Lily. And she fit right next to the crown, just as I suspected, because I love her so much. She is just the best. So I wanted to put her next to the little crown. My queen, Miss Carrie. And so I did half of, like the other half of this little potted plant, and then I carried this motif down just to make sure it wouldn't cross over onto Carrie's initials. So yeah, loving this. So far I have Carrie, I have Marjorie from Marjorie Made, Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzy Stitches, and I have Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching. And then Carrie was my newest addition. But of course, you know, all the empty space will get filled with initials, and I just love it. It's so fun. But yeah, here's the Dracula by Color and Cotton. Oh, it's fabulous. Look at how beautiful that is. It is so pretty. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's so much fun. The pattern is a little bit tricky to get your hands on. It's a Crown and Thistle pattern, but it's only released by a cross stitch shop. Let me see if I can figure out where the shop is. One second. Okay, Quaker's Seasons of Friendship is available from Dying to Stitch. It is a store in Virginia Beach. So if you were interested in it, you'll have to call down to the shop. I called, left them a voicemail, and then I think I called again the next day so that I could get the pattern, because it goes out of stock, I feel like, pretty quickly, and so I was really worried about not being able to get my hands on it, because I don't even know where else you can get the pattern, to be honest. It's massive, but it's so beautiful, and I really wanted it. So I called down, called the next day again, because, you know, my time zone is different, so I think I called past their hours. I will say they ship, like, you pay over the phone and they ship it. You have no tracking number, you have no nothing. So that's the only part that's like a little iffy. But it is a real shop, and I trusted it because my friend Cam the Stitcher, has been to this shop before, and she said everyone that worked there was really, really nice. So I felt more trusting of them, and I will say I got my package, no issues. Next whip that I worked on was this Luca-s kit. This is Village Landscape, and I just absolutely love this. It is full coverage. It's a beautiful kit. I'm really enjoying it so far. I do like the storage of the flosses. It's not my favorite though. So I'm finding this to be a little bit messy. See how it has the holes on the side? Not only that, but the holes are extremely small. So it's a little tricky to like loop, you know, loop the threads through and slip knot, but it's okay. It's okay. Not my favorite, but I do enjoy it, and I like the floss. I think it's just DMC or maybe Anchor flosses. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Let's see what it says here. Oh, it doesn't say on the front. I'm not sure, but it is good floss. This is made in Moldova. Beautiful piece. It's a Zweigart Ada, so it's nice and soft. I love that. Don't mind my hanging thread. Hopefully I have a picture of where I was last time. And here's where I got to this time. How good is that? Isn't that pretty? So you have, that's a lady there. She's feeding her chickens. Love that. This is a pathway. That's the start of a little bridge, like the arm banister of a bridge. That's the rooftop. This is the side of the house. That's one of the walls next to a entryway. I think this here is like a wall that has vines growing on it sort of deal. This is the gate to a little garden area, a window, some beautiful flowers. So it's really coming together. I think especially from far away, you can kind of see like, you know, more so, especially hard without the back stitching, because of course I have not put the back stitching in yet, but you know, your little window with your floral piece, your pretty wall and pathway. It looks so pretty. A little tiny lady. I'm assuming a little grandma, she's got white hair. But yeah, I really like this. It's stitched 2/1. Really love the coverage. I like the needles that come with these kits too. They're very nice. So yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. The 2/1 looks great on this Aida. This is the same Aida that I ended up purchasing a huge, huge cut of because I like it so much. So it's just basics Zygarde Aida. Loving this. Loving the project. I like the brand. Yeah, more on the brands to come when it comes to the cross stitch kits. I'm trying to like really do some decent damage on these projects, get a good chunk stitch so that I can really give you guys an honest opinion on it instead of being like, you know, here's a brand new kit that I've never stitched in my life, but I love it. You know, I can say that about the artwork. I can say that about the piece. Oh, it's beautiful, but I can't give you a true honest opinion until I, you know, get in there and stitch some. So I definitely want to do that. My next whip, this, I'm just gonna pop it on the screen. This is the Drawn Thread Welcome Halloween. And I'm stitching this with a full color conversion just pulled from Stash. And I pulled this out for 1 day. I'm using all DMCs plus 1 extra color and cotton thread. It's on a funky, a funky little bobbin thing because I got this in a mystery box, like a Halloween mystery box that my Aunt Joanne gifted me. So shout out to Joanne. I miss you, girl. My aunt's awesome. She cross stitches as well. And I really want her to like film with me because she's so fun and she's really funny. But anyway, here is where I got to on this one. So I actually completed another letter because I'm saving the back stitching on the end for this project. So like there's some back stitch in here and there's a lot of back stitch on the C, but I did get this whole letter done. So I kind of pulled it out, did 1 letter, put it away. I think there's back stitch in here too that I need to complete. But like I said, I'm waiting to the end to do all the back stitch. So like the raven here, the legs are back stitched and then all of the vine work from the pumpkin is back stitched and the leaves. So yeah, I only have a few more letters. I'm excited about that. I think it looks really good. This is on a 32 count, I think flax, but I'm honestly not sure. It's a really, really, really nice neutral fabric. I love it so much. I think it's flax, but I cannot remember for the life of me. I know it's a Zygarde because it has the orange binding and I'm doing it 2/1, which makes me think it must be a 32 count. The stitches look so good though. They look nice and plump and full. I love when you stitch with like black, you know, just 310 and you can't see the fabric through it. It's like so plump. I love that effect. I know it's not for everyone, but I feel like it's perfect for this little sign. And I think with this, I'm gonna make it into a flat fold that has like a little ribbon on the top where I can just like put a little pin in the wall and hang it from that. So nothing fancy, but I think that'll be so cute and just very cute for the Halloween season. All right, that is all of the whips, but I'm going to move on into hopefully some future starts pretty soon here and some beautiful acquisitions. So my first acquisition is Nottingham by Kathy Barrick. I showed you guys this last time I filmed because I purchased a pattern, but I had done a full color and cotton conversion. If you want this color and cotton conversion, please just let me know down below and I will list it out for you. But my conversion got here in the mail and look at how beautiful this is. I'll pop a picture on the screen of the pattern, but isn't that just beautiful? Look at those colors. You've got those beautiful blues, browns. Oh, I love it so much. The only color that I think that I didn't get quite spot on was Gnome. I originally pulled the color Bombay, and I think Bombay would have been a little bit closer to the actual image on the cover photo, but I'm okay with it. I'm gonna go with it. I like it. It's gorgeous. And then the only other one that I really couldn't get a perfect match for was Cabernet as well. This one here, it's a little bit more red than the brown. But I had purchased a while ago from, I think, Christine's shop, Policy and Creates. This is Crypt Cloth by Lap and Loops. And I think the lady who designs is named Megan as well. So, hey girl, your fabric's amazing. But this is this beautiful peachy, well, not peach, it's pink brown modeling. You can really see how it's pink there. Good representation of the color. So I bought a half a yard of this. It's 40 count. What do we think? What do we think? Does that work, guys? Would you stitch on this? I think that's gonna be so pretty. And I did look up in the pattern where the white falls, and most of the areas I think it falls like not where there's gonna be overlap. I think at least, I don't know. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know, I think I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna go with it. I really wanna start this, but I think that Cam and Bridget also wanna start this. So I might wait until like next year, whenever they start this one. But yeah, if you want my full conversion, like I said, just put a message down below or send me an email, whatever is easiest for you. I'd prefer if it was an email or a message down below rather than an Instagram DM though, because I'm worried that it'll get lost in my DMs and I won't respond quick enough. So there was that. So this is a fully kitted up project now. I do need to cut down the fabric because like I said, it's a 40 count and I have half a yard and this piece is not that big. It's like 100 something by 200 something. So it's really more wide than it is tall, but got that, kitted that up. I had gotten that other magic needle kit, but I also got this one. This is a lilac by the Magic Needle. There are 2 lilac patterns by Magic Needle. There's this one, and then there's also one that has more of a backdrop. This one's on a 14 count Aida as well, and it's 11 by 9 on the 14 count. So not too large. I really love this though. Look at those colors, just beautiful. And I'm going to be starting this actually later this month with Katie over at Red Stitchery. I'm gonna link her channel down below. I know I've talked about her in like every single video. I'm simply obsessed with her. Okay, first of all, she's beautiful, okay? I'm sorry, I don't wanna be vain, but I am. She's stunning, gorgeous. And her projects, beautiful, beautiful. If you wanna see an amazing stitcher, first of all, check her out. But you wanna see someone who has the experience with kits and gives some great tips, go look at Katie's channel. She is just fabulous. I think she needs everyone here to go subscribe. I also love her voice. She has a very peaceful voice. It's just like so calming to me. I will watch her videos at night while I'm like up late with Malachi, and I will rewatch them in the morning because like then I have a fresh, you know, mind, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and restart that. Because I just love her. I literally love her. She's amazing. So please go check her out. Oh, that reminds me. I also found Bern stitches. And I think it's B-E-R-N stitches. And I've been watching her channel because she had a kit parade where it was like a lot of these kitted up projects like Merejka, Dimensions, that kind of thing. And I just love her. I love her personality. She's so fun. I love all of the things she stitches. She stitches a good variety of stuff too. Cute patterns, Halloween patterns, like the kits, like these beautiful, beautiful kits. And so please go check her out as well. I'll link her channel below. I've been kind of like messaging back and forth with her. I found that channel. And then from her channel, I found the Tattooed Stitcher. A more gorgeous, beautiful ladies. Hello, I'm here for it. And so I found all these like amazing, beautiful young women and I'm obsessed, simply obsessed. Sorry if I don't comment on your videos, guys. I watch on my TV and I am too stupid to figure out how to comment on my smart TV. So, but I do be watching. Anyways, next acquisition. This is a Merejka kit. I'm really excited to try this brand because Red Stitchery, Katie, she talks a lot about this brand and how it is just simply the best, and I would trust her with my life. So I am super excited about this. I actually think I'm gonna start this pretty soon here because, like I said, I'm trying to really give all of these kits a good old college try and give you guys a review in the end. But I thought this was just beautiful. And you know what's funny is I was talking to Rachel from Lemonade Stitching, which love her too. Love her so much. I have loved her for quite some time. I know I mentioned her before, like probably a year or so ago, but I'm gonna link her channel below as well. Definitely, please go check out these women. They're just beautiful, wonderful young women that are getting in, you know, like it's so fun to see other young women getting into stitching. And I mean, I know that she's been a stitcher for many years, and so have these other ladies, of course. You know, I'm the really one who's new here, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's really amazing to see the knowledge that they have and how willing they are to share it. And I love the projects that Rachel works on. She has this beautiful, it's from the October 2023 Just Cross Stitching magazine, and it's this lantern with a pumpkin and like, I think persimmons. Beautiful. I want that project so bad. I bought the digital PDF for it, but I need, I'll pop on the screen, like the PDF of the whole magazine, but I need to kit it up. So anyways, I feel like will be the perfect sister piece to this piece. So what sucks is that I'm trying to use all the called for fabrics. This is just a Zweigart though, a Zweigart fabric with DMC flosses. So I do think that I would love this fabric. I think I might switch it out. I might switch it out for, let's see, I'm gonna say this is like a 16 count instead of a 14 count. It's quite a bit smaller. And I'm gonna switch it out maybe for a 32 count in a neutral, like a flax sort of shade. Or like, you know, lamb's wool by Witchell, that kind of color, but I'm not gonna use Witchell's because it's so stiff. But I do love this Zweigart. So I know I would like working on this fabric. I really want that kind of, yeah, that subtle brown flaxy shade, that natural linen shade. And I think I am going to be going to, so anyways, got this kit, love it. I think it'll be a perfect sister project to that project. What do we think? Let me know. Like hung up together. Do you guys think that would be pretty? I think it would be pretty. So I'm really excited about that. I think it'll be gorgeous. I'm stitching all these kits that are so beautiful. You know who would love them? My grandma. She would love them. My grandma has a beautiful garden. She is just every year, I swear, she could grow anything. Like she has beautiful rose plants and like she's a fabulous gardener, right? And so I keep thinking like, gosh, I should just stitch these things and gift them to her because I mean, as morbid as it is, eventually I would get them back and I could enjoy them in my future. And then hopefully that could continue on. You know, my daughter can enjoy them once I am gone. And you know, it's kind of like a legacy with your stitching, but also all that to say, I don't want my children to feel like they have to take my stuff if it's not their style. That's okay. I hope it does go to the thrift store. I know some people are like offended when they find stuff at the thrift store, but I hope if my family and children do not like my cross stitch, please send it to the thrift store. Because that means that there's an opportunity for someone who does love your piece to have it in their home, you know, a complete stranger. How amazing is that? If someone loved your piece so much, they paid for it at a thrift store. They paid for it. Even if it was only $2.99, you go girl, get yourself a discount. But yeah, anywho, really got sidetracked there, but I keep thinking about that, like, man, my grandma would love these pieces, but I'm really enjoying those. I think they're gonna be beautiful together. So later this summer, I'm actually gonna be meeting up with Beck Stitches Everything, the Thread Gremlins, and several other floss tubers. Some of them just have Instagrams, and a couple of them have Flosstube, like I know Cinematic Stitches, and there's one other channel, and I can't remember the name of her channel. I just watched her video the other day too. Anyway, there's some Canadian floss tubers, so I'll link all of their channels below, but we're meeting up later on in the summer at Threadneedle Street, and so that works out because that means that I can pick up the fabric that I want to do that kit, and then hopefully the other one like as twin projects, which means I have to wait to start that one though. That's a bummer. I'll see if I have some in stash. I might, so hopefully. From there though, I just have some happy mail. So the Thread Gremlins, they actually sent off some books for me, and also I think Caroline made this, but she made me a little project bag. It's so cute. I absolutely love it. The back fabric is like these cats, which I love because of course it looks like Binks, and the front has these little frogs. And I really, really want to start the Frog Widow. I want to say that's the pattern. And I feel like this is going to be the perfect project for it. I just need to kit it up. So yeah, I have that one. And then Elizabeth gifted me these books, which my daughter is already obsessed with. This is Animal Hats. I'm not sure if I'm going to knit any of these. These are really, really, really bulky, and I tend to not knit with bulky yarn, but I might be able to adapt them to fit on the baby. And then Finger Puppets. which is adorable. And obviously, you know, I have a newborn, so that's so cute. But I'm most excited about this. I think it's so cute. I told my girlfriends that I just need to knit them all an emotional support chicken. But then Bridget said that she actually needs the Highland cow. She will not accept the chicken. Just kidding. She did not say that. She just said, if there's a Highland cow, I want that. And guess what? There is. Look at him. He's so fat. I love him. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm obsessed with these. I think they're so cute. And I think it'd be really fun for the kids if I knit some of these up. I'm not sure if I will or when I will, because I haven't really been super into knitting lately, but they're so cute. And I love knitted animals. And typically for Christmas, for Amira's advent calendar, I tend to add a knitted little creature of some sort. One year I did like ballerinas, one year I did mermaids. And so yeah, I've been doing things like that. And I think it'd be fun to do maybe a little creature of some sort. We'll see. And then Marjorie from Marjorie Made, because all the girlies, except for me, we're going to StitchCon this year. So StitchCon 2024 just passed and I couldn't go. I just had a baby and I knew that it would stress me out to be so far away. I live in Washington. StitchCon obviously is quite a bit away, ways away. And so because all the girls were going, Marjorie made me a little gift, which was so, so nice of her. Thank you so much, Marjorie. I love you so much. And, these were the table gifts because she didn't want me to feel left out, which I totally was, just so sad, so sad. And then the inside is like this beautiful striped fabric. And I love this. It is totally me. You got it right on, girl. This is definitely me. I love flowers and I love floral pieces and I love the colors. Like I love orange and yellow and blue and it's just so pretty. So yeah, love that. I think that's everything when it comes to cross stitch and anything cross stitch related. I did start one knitting project. So this is a yarn that I was gifted from my my husband's Auntie Liz. Auntie Liz gifted this to me a couple of years ago for Christmas. And it's actually a lace weight. It's 100% wool though, so it's a little bit thicker than it's like a heavy lace weight. So I was like, you know what? I'll just cast on socks on a size 1 needle. I knit on 9-inch circulars, which my gauge is always a little bit tighter on those, and I'll cast on one size up. I typically would knit the 62 gauge, but I went ahead and went up to the 72 or 74. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I just started a little sock, because I didn't know what I would use this yarn for. I don't typically use lace weight, so I was thinking, well, I could hold it double and maybe knit a hat or something, because it held double, it would be like a really heavy fingering weight. I guess more of a sport weight, but I don't know. I decided to just go ahead and knit the pair of socks, and I do like it so far. I have a stitch marker. I'm not sure the shop that this came from. It actually might have been a gift as well. I'm not really sure, but it's a little ice cream cone, and yeah. I just did like a little bit over an inch of a 1x1 rib on the top, nice and stretchy, and I am knitting away. I just started this the other day and I've only knitted on it for like 1-2 little sessions and that is it. But you know what? I'll knit now while I'm chatting with you guys about life stuff. So in the past 2 weeks, it has been insanely busy. So I think that's why I just haven't really gotten that much stitching done. Malachi's doing great. He's doing amazing. Daniel had his birthday. So happy birthday to my husband, Daniel, right? But from there, we then had a party over the weekend because on that weekend, which his birthday was StitchCon Weekend A, June 8th is his birthday. And for his birthday, we celebrated by going to his, well, not his actual birthday, but like the next day, his Auntie Liz was having a get together at her house to kind of celebrate his birthday and also celebrate some of his family coming down and visiting from the island. And so that was nice. I got to meet his Auntie Marvelina and 2 of his little cousins, which they were so funny and they were hilarious together. It was just such a good time. We got to hang out with a bunch of the family and that was great. Amira got to hang out with her cousins. She always has a blast with the other kids. So that was super fun. Baby did really good. He's been awesome. The next day after that, took Amira to the pool. So she's been going outside and having a blast. And then it was the next week jumping into, which was this week, because it's actually Friday. Today is the last day of school for little Miss Amira Ray. And I can't believe it. It went by so fast, but her graduation was on Tuesday. And I just, oh man, I just wanted to cry all morning. It's so, so hard to like, just, see your kids grow up, because it's like, you just want them to stay little forever. It's so much fun. And it's just such a blessing to be able to experience life with Amira. She is such an amazing girl, and I am so lucky to be her mother. And I hope she knows that and feels that every single day of her life, because she is truly a gift. She is just my perfect little girl. I love her so much. She's amazing. And I know I constantly tell her that, but it's never enough. She's fabulous, and she was so happy at her graduation when she saw my mom and her tutu, which tutu is grandma in Hawaiian. And so she saw my mom, her grandma, and tutu, and her kuku, which is great grandma in Hawaiian. And so then it was Daniel and I and the baby, of course, and she was crying because she was so happy, and she sang like the cutest, sweetest little songs, and it was just the best. And then we took her to fly some kites, took her out to lunch, then we had dinner later with her Papa Jesse, over on my husband's side, and she had such a good day, and it was amazing. I want to cry thinking about it right now. I wanted to cry all morning though, honestly, just because it's her last day of kindergarten, and I can't believe it. I know every parent says that, but it really is crazy to live through. It goes by so fast, and I just want to slow it down to really appreciate every moment, and I don't want to forget any of it, and it's so hard, but it's been just such a blessing to live life with her. Is truly, truly a gift. So we are, on the last day of school. Daniel's birthday, party for him, party for his Auntie Marlena and the kids, and graduation, and now we're moving on into summer, and we have just lots of fun stuff planned for Amira this summer, enjoying time with family. I asked her this morning what she's most excited for, and she said grandma. She loves my mom. My mom is that girl's best friend, okay? They are best friends, and I keep trying to tell Amira, that's my best friend. Can't be taking my best friend, girl. You got to find your own. But no. She straight up stole my best friend, which is my mom. She says, I had Amira, and now I'm out the door. They're just so funny together. I love it so much. And so, I'm really, really excited for that. She's super excited to go and have a bunch of sleepovers with grandma and just have the best little summer and go to the pool every single day it's nice out, because that's her literal favorite activity. She loves it so much. So, it's been super fun, really busy time, but an amazing time, and I've been trying to just soak it up. So I am so sorry if you have been sending me messages on Instagram because I just, I'm having a really hard time keeping up with it, and I just can't, with trying to actually be present for Amira, I can't be on my phone all the time, And so I'm trying to give more of that attention to her, and to slowing it down and appreciating the time that I have with her in my life, and appreciate and remember these memories that I'm making with her first summer, her like a true summer vacation summer. And so I just, I haven't been as active as getting back to people, but I hope you guys can understand and that you're not too upset with me, but I do apologize for that. So, that reminds me though, someone did email me about these pictures. So these are actually wall prints. They're not cross stitch. Wouldn't that be pretty if they were though? And these are from the 40s or 50s, I want to say. They were my dad's mom, so my grandma, her mother's. And they're from like maybe the 50s, 60s. There is a signature there. And she gave me a set of them. So I have two. I have this one, and I have the other one in a different spot. They're really pretty. Possibly a watercolor of some sort. I'm not really sure, but they're just vintage prints. I'm not sure if the person that emailed me about this saw that I had responded to the email, so I wanted to mention that. But anyway, that's everything for today. Thank you guys so very much, and I hope you guys are just having the best time as well and enjoying life, and hopefully you guys have some fun plans for the summer, even if it is just staying inside and stitching every day. Good for you. So anyways, hope you guys have a great next couple weeks, and I will catch you later. Love you so much. Bye. Okay, I think I'm just gonna restart.